Hello Flosstube. Well, this is a lot more nerve-wracking than I thought it would be, but hello everybody. My name is Sarah, aka Stitchy Bug on Instagram and on here. Bug was my maiden name, and I just thought when I was trying to think of an appropriate Stitchy name that worked pretty well and it was available, so we went with it. My dad had 2 daughters, so his name dies with him sort of thing, so I thought, well, I've been a Maud much longer than I've been a Bug now, so I thought, in homage to him, love you Dad, I will be Stitchy Bug. So if you need to contact me, we'll do this now. You can leave a comment, please keep them kind. I have been putting this off for a long time. I think we all get a bit nervous, don't we? But if I waited for all my boxes to be ticked, I would never get this done, because one of them is to lose some weight and really can't bother to do that at the moment. So here we are. So yeah, leave a comment, or you can Instagram me. I post on Instagram every day that I stitch. Usually I started it as a journal for my stitching, and it really helps. I can see when I've started things, and it's just really helpful. So I do post on there every day, usually if I'm stitching. Or you can email me stitchy.bug@gmail.com. okay, just right, I'll do a little bit about myself, and then I've got a WIP Parade for you. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm literally surrounded by WIPs. I can barely move my chair, so this should be slightly embarrassing, but I'm hoping it will make me more accountable, because if I can do these regularly, I can get more stitching done, because I want to finish things and I want to show you guys. So that is my hopeful plan. So I'm 45. I'm approaching 46 in December, sadly. I married Jim. We've been married for 24 years now. We've got 3 kids together. Itchy nose. God, it's not going well. 3 kids together who are, they've all got birthdays in December as well, so it is a really busy time of the year, and it's a bit of a nightmare really, but we're getting used to it now, I suppose. So yeah, I've got Ellie, she's my oldest, she's going to be 23. Harry is my middle child, he's going to be 20, and Oscar's the baby, he's going to be 15, all in December. So we live in Suffolk, and I'm filming from a cabin in my garden, because there's no dogs out here. We've got 6 dogs, so if you do hear dogs in the background, probably mine. Hopefully they won't be too distracting. And it has actually stopped raining. It's been pouring down all morning, and obviously the sound on the cabin is gorgeous, but I wouldn't want to send any of you all to sleep, so I'm hoping that you will stay awake. I'm hoping the light is okay, because I'm sitting directly in front of a window, and hopefully that you will be able to see everything. I should probably have myself up higher in the frame, but we'll work on that for next time. Okay, I've got 2 finishes to show you to start with, because why not? I finished them, I will show them off, I'm proud. And then I've got piles of WIPs to show you. A couple are abandoned, they won't ever be seen again, but I'm going to be honest and show you everything that I have started that I still have. Some things I don't still have. I hope I've covered everything there. I've practiced this and I rabbited on for God knows how long, so I'm going to try and keep it short. So if you have any questions, then please do ask. Okay, so my first finish, which was I think last week, possibly the week before, is this little beauty. And this was by Yasmin's Made with Love, and this was for Stitch in London, which was on a couple of weekends ago. We went to it was the first weekend in October that we went, and I have finished it, and I'm really proud. I did change a couple of these bits are supposed to be red, but I actually ran out of red. I had to find some more in my stash. And I've even attached the charm, which I'm super proud about, because I never do that sort of thing. So I'm really pleased with that. And it's a lovely memory of a fab weekend with my friends. And it was my first time at Stitch in London, and I loved it. So that's the 32 count even weave, which was in the kit. I bought the kit, and all the money went to charity, which was amazing. So well done, Yaz. Absolutely stunning. So that's my first finish. And then I've got another finish, which was something I didn't plan to start until I got roped in by my friends at my Knit and Natter on a Friday in Hadley. We go to the Yarn Works. It's actually a yarn shop, but I go along and I cross stitch. Most of my daughter knits, crochets and stuff, and they decided while I was away at Stitch in London that I and 2 others would cross stitch them something for the window. Now It's from this book, which they are stocking. It's the Emma Congdon Stitch Rovia Mary Stitchmas. It's a really, really lovely book. I won't do a flick through because loads of other people have. And it was one of these, a hoe. So 3 of us were hoeing. And Teresa hand dyes yarn, and it is beautiful. And so she got some Ada and hand dyed that too, which was, I mean, I wish I'd been there. It would have been fun. So she did a bluey piece and a greeny piece, and then instead of a red piece, she did a pink, and I got the pink, which was fine. Now, excuses, I haven't ironed it. I don't iron. You'll get used to that. And it's still got the tape around it. It's hot off the hoop, hot off the nurge. So here's my hoe. I hope you can see that. I'm really pleased with it. So I picked threads from the thread list that was in the book, but I had to change them to fit the pink because obviously it was supposed to be stitched on red and it is stitched on pink, so I wanted it to pop. So really, really pleased with this. And it's gorgeous. That's a 14 count Ada, which I don't usually stitch on, but I made an exception. It actually was quite nice, and it's really soft. She's just done a really good job of the dyeing, and it's a bit blotchy in places, but for her first go, I think she's done pretty well. So I shall be taking that with me on Friday to give to them, and then somebody else is going to sew that into a sort of pennant, a sort of flag shape, and then they'll put that in the window, and I'll be famous for a little while. Also, I got back from Stitching London and we've got a surprise, and I went in on Friday and they've got a DMC stand. So they've started a cross stitch corner, which is amazing, and I'm quite excited to instruct them on what they've been needing to be stocking. So okay, on to my WIPs. Now there's over 30 of these. I'm hoping it won't take too long. I won't go into too much detail on everyone, hopefully. So I'm going to start with my oldest WIP, simply because I know it's my oldest. Oh god, the fabric's all, it's not edged or anything. It's gonna be fun. I'll probably lose bits as we go. Now this is from, I've got these little bits of paper that I got from Cat and Lily, I think, off Etsy, which I write on to tell me the details for each WIP, we hope. So this was started in 2014, so it's now over 11 years old and I haven't finished it. God, this is shameful. This is shameful. I'm so sorry for my awfulness at cross stitching. So yeah, it was started as a stitch along. Joan Elliott used to have a Facebook group, which I was a member of, and she did a couple of stitch alongs just for us members. She was really, really lovely. She still is really lovely, but the Facebook group does not exist anymore. Now I don't think I've got a picture of what it's supposed. Yes, I have got a picture. Bear with me while I just move to the side here. Right, it's from a magazine, and I have the magazine. It was issue 93 of Cross Stitch Gold. Now there were 4 designs in here, and she used 2 of them for the stitch along, so she recharted them for us and gave them to us for free, and added some text if we wanted to add that on there, saying stitch along 2014. Here they are. Now, so there were a set of 4 in this magazine, and my plan is one day to stitch them all. I've got fabric for all of them. I just haven't stitched the damn things. So this is the one that you will see. It is the unicorn in the middle there. This one. And there's also, I think there's Pegasus, is it, over there? And I'll quickly show you the others. Hopefully I didn't show you the charts, but they are free. They are in a magazine. A dragon and a phoenix, and they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And you can sometimes pick these up on eBay Vinted. So that's the unicorn. So this is where I got to. It's not too bad. There is a stain there from an old needle minder probably, but I would like to one day finish this. The fabric is pole stitches. I can't remember the name of it. It will be in that magazine, but I can't bother to look right now. So I've done the whole unicorn, which is quite funny really. But what I need to do is, you can see the metallic here, the Krynic. I gave up after I'd done a few stitches. It's not easy. I don't like Krynic. and past me was like, no, sod this, I'm not doing it. I need to fill in, I think there's some ribbon that goes around, and the hooves are in gold, which I've got here in my pack. And then there's a back stitched tree, which isn't Krynic, which I thought it was, but it isn't. So I could do this. I will do this. This will be finished, I promise. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that shell, because you have asked me a few times to see it, and I've been like, And I keep that in this new bag I got from my lovely friend Anne, Stitch and Majig. And it's got dragons on, basically. And it's got the chart in there for the dragon as well. I won't take it all out and show you. Will be all bloody day if I do that. I'll just hike that up out of the way. So that is my oldest WIP. Now I have other old WIPs, but these following WIPs are going to be in no order apart from whatever order they were on my shelves. Excuse me while I wet the old whistle. A bit of tea. So what have we got here? We have got many WIPs here that have not seen the light of day at all this year. And that's quite shameful, really. It really is. So here we've got the Quacker, which I shouldn't really have started, let's face it, but I did, because I get caught up in things when my friends are like, oh, we're going to start this, and I'm like, oh, brilliant, great, I'll do it. Bad idea. So in my Quacker bag, my quacky bag that's from Canny Little Fox. It's a very cute little bag. So, I do have a picture. God, I'm good. If you can see it through the shine and the glare. That is the Quacker. Now, many people are stitching this. Many of my friends are stitching this, and they are doing phenomenally well. I myself am not doing phenomenally well, because I started it and I just don't want to work in it. This is the thread I'm using. It is Cottage Garden Threads Grasshopper, and I've got like 10 of them in here, so one day I will use these, and they are stunning. Okay, my fabric is Sunshine Yellows by River Hut Designs, and it's still in the, these are all probably going to still be in their nurges because I'm lazy, so I apologise. This is how far I've got. Now it looks awesome, I have to say, but I'm at a point now where I'm not enjoying this wiggly bit, and I just have abandoned it slightly for now. So there you go. It's a bit of a pain, but I will get back to it. My friends have done an awesome job on theirs. It is stunning. So that's an 18 count Ada, sorry, and that is Sunshine Yellows from River Hut Designs. And I did forget to say that unicorn is a 28 count even weave, I think. There's a lot to say. There's a lot to remember to get in there. So there's that one. If I do miss anything out and you are interested, then please say. So as I said, these are in no particular order. They're just however they are here to me. So this is a Wordy Bird. Last year, the Wordy Bird's sneak peek of the January was released, and I fell head over heels in love with it. Beautiful series. And I've been buying them all, and I have stitched 2. I have stitched January, and I have stitched March. I was going to do every other one this year, and then I was going to do the other ones next year. Sadly, I'm still on May. So this was started 16th of June this year. It's a 32 count Swigot in a sort of lavender grey sort of colour. And the threads are just DMC. They're very lovely threads on my gorgeous Charlie Feathers floss drops. I have a picture. God, so efficient. This is the May one. So life is the flower, love is the honey. And I love it. There's been other things that I've started and wanted to work on. This is also in a Stitch and Majig bag. You will see a theme here. I have a bit of a thing for project bags. I've got a collection of project bags. There you go. So this is where I'm at. This is a size 4 nudge. So I've done some text on some lines. But I am really pleased with it, how it's looking on the even weave. It's really good. Needle minders are from Charlie Feathers, who I met at Stitch London, and she is lovely and so talented. I love them. My lemon and my little dragon. So yes, I need to get back to that, and I will. I didn't buy the July Red Birds, so I won't be stitching that because it was very, very American, and I'm sorry, but I'm not stitching American stuff like that. And I did buy the November one, but if I'd have seen it before, I wouldn't have. It's a turkey for Thanksgiving, and I'm like, so I won't be stitching that one either. But, you know, that's fine. 10's fine. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, you know, when they are stitched, so I shall see. Okay, now we have... No, that isn't started yet. That is... I've got a couple of bits here that I'm taking with me at a retreat, to a retreat at the weekend coming. So I've just been sort of organising myself to get ready for that. I'm sorry for the zipping. People with headphones on. I wear headphones when I watch. I know how annoying it is, but hopefully you can forgive me. So this is Hello Summer 2 by Shannon Christine. Started this 23rd of June last year, and I worked on it one day, that day, at the Caterpillar retreat, the last day of the Caterpillar retreat last year, and it hasn't seen the light of day since. And summer's over now, so it's gonna have to wait until next year. I don't have a picture of this one, I'm afraid. I could say I'll try and insert one, but let's face it, that's not really gonna happen. But you never know. Anyway, I have done L, as in hello, and then it says summer down here. But I don't have a picture. I won't show you the chart because I'm a good gal. Caterpillar, cross stitch, needle minder there, and a little capybara. I love capybaras. Can't remember where I found him, but I love him. Oh, it might have been from Stitchy Ferret, but we won't go into that. So there, that is a 16 count Ada, I think, on a grey, yeah, 16 count Swig Art grey Ada. I'm just using the DMCs as charted. I finished the spring one of these, and the only reason I started the spring one of those was because of Peachy Stitcher Julie, who was posting when she was doing the spring one on her Instagram, and I thought, oh my god, it's gorgeous. And it is gorgeous, and they're all gorgeous, but I stitched one and I'm like, ugh. So we'll see next summer if that comes out. This is another Stitching My Jig bag, and yes, I do have a problem, probably an illness, a sickness. Again, no particular order. This is, I treated this one to a new bag because I do love this WIP. I just haven't stitched on it for an entire year, but I love it, and so I treated it to a new bag from my lovely friend Anne, Stitching My Jig, because I saw it and it's just perfect for it. Look, and I think she did have these still on her website. The colours are just so gorgeous. So this is Trick or Treat Lane by Clouds Factory. And I've just put this into Pattern Keeper. When I got it, I didn't have Pattern Keeper, so I was using a paper pattern. I haven't got a picture. If I can insert one, I will try. My daughter might be able to help me. She's very good. And I've got all my lovely threads here on a wooden thread holder. And I have nearly done the first house. This is by Laura at Cotton and Clay. Gorgeous little Colden. And that's a Caterpillar one. And I was actually wondering where she was. As you see, I was sorting out my needle minders behind me. And she wasn't there. And I was like, where is she? And she's here. This is where she is. So yes, I started this little house. So it's basically a little lane, little houses going along. And some little people. Some little funky people in their costumes for Halloween. And that is, did I say a 16 count? 18 count Hint of Heather fabric, and that's from River Hut Designs on Etsy. And it's Trick or Treat Lane Clouds Factory with the DMC threads. And I really do like this, and I don't usually stop midway through a thread, but I have. So that's a bit weird for me. So hopefully you can see that all right. I really do. I really like that, and I really, really, really want to get back to stitching it, but I just, you know, other things come up, like, you know, stitch this hoe for us, please, and who am I to say no, you know? And I did actually take this to Stitch in London, and it didn't come out then either, but I tried. I did try. It may be an almighty crash in which that is my WIPs all falling down, and if someone wants to count these WIPs, that would be great. Got a lemon, ginger and honey tea. My throat's a bit scratchy. Okay, next up, is this started? Yes, this is started. Now, this is all thanks to Charlie Feathers and Shell. Was it Shell? It might have been Shell. It's usually Shell. If in doubt, blame Shell. That is what I say. Now, this is Luna's Garden. Yes, I always call it the wrong thing. And I have this on Saga. Immense. Saga is an excellent app for cross stitching, and it's a lot here, so I'm just going to try and take it all out. It's got loads of lovely threads all on holders, and unlike Charlie, I cannot be bothered to move them onto Flosstube, so on there they stay. Another gorgeous Stitch Majig bag from Anne. Anne goes to our Suffolk Stitchy days. It's fatal. Love it. If I can match my bag to my project, I will. I don't always, but if I can, then I will, and I do like to. Now, as I said, this is Luna's Garden, so it's a little house. I do have a very tiny picture. I hope you can see it. It's really lovely, and it is a full coverage. I'm not really a full coverage sort of a person, but I do love me a house, and I do love me a fairy. And so I said, fine, why not? I can't say no to Shell. I can't bear her little face looking sad. So this is where I've got to. Needleminder was a wonderful gift from my friend Charlie Feathers, to match, because she's stitching this with us. I haven't done as much as them two. This is a start along. It's not a stitch along. I can't keep up with them. I do like it. I should have switched out the Ada because it's awful. But you live and learn, and I will switch it out next time. It's a 16 count white Ada that came. It's from a kit. And I started this on the 23rd of July. And I do have it in Saga, so it is easy to follow. I just haven't wanted to pick it up for a little while, and I would like to. I did say that I would try and stitch on this every single day and put 100 stitches in, or a thread, but as soon as I say things like that, my brain is like, no, that is homework. And do you remember you don't do homework? I didn't do homework, friends. I didn't do homework at school. I hated homework, and I just rebel, and I can't do it. So I put it away for a bit, and I will get back to it. I promise I will get back to it, because I do really like it, and it is my only full coverage as well. I've done full coverages. I've been stitching since I was a child. My mum taught me, and I used to stitch on things with her. I stitched bookmarks for my nan, but we did an autumn cottage together. I think it was autumn, could have been spring. A cottage together, which is hanging up in my old bedroom at the house, and yeah. So I don't mind a full coverage. I will try and get a picture of that one day, actually, because I've forgotten what it looks like. I think it was from a kit. Mum used to have these parties. They were like Tupperware pies, but they were cross-stitch pies. I swear to God, I did not dream this. And yeah, they used to buy kits, and yeah. Now, why have I got so many threads here? I've got two floss things of thread. I don't know why, although it's slightly coming back to me. Yes, it's coming back to me. Okay, so I'm stitching this. This is my bag. This is by Canny Little Fox. Thank you, bag people that put your little tags on. Most helpful. And this is 12 Days of Christmas. Now, you need to know that I love the 12 Days of Christmas. It reminds me very, very strongly of my Nana, who I lost in 2019. She used to sing it to me when I was Diddy, and I used to make her sing it to me again, and she did. So, yeah, it's got... On my childhood, I used to have this book that we used to read. So anything 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm your girl. So I have other 12 Days of Christmas whips as well, and I have got, oh God, I must have 20 patterns for 12 Days of Christmas, because every single designer seems to do something. Everyone. And yeah. So this is, I'm babbling again. Don't swear. Don't swear. This is The First Day of Christmas by Hello from Liz Matthews, which is my first one I've stitched of hers, and it's lovely. And I started this on the 25th of July this year. And I'm stitching this with my friends Shell and T. I've got a picture. Here it is. I'm doing this one. I don't like these gubbins, so I'm doing the proper one. So it's the partridge in a pear tree, and I'm doing it with a Roxy Floss conversion. Ooh, look at me. Done by Hannah. Floss was Hannah. Ever totes, and the colours are gorgeous. And now I'll show you my stitching. So I haven't got particularly far, but it's still looking rather marvellous. Now the fabric is a 32 count even weave. It's an opalescent grey lilac, and it's from Coffee Craft, so she doesn't name her. Megan at Coffee Craft doesn't name her. So I've started in the middle. Here we go, here we go. Can't see where I've been starting now, can I? Oh yes, so it's this bit I've started with, this bit. So a couple of pairs in there and a leaf. And the colours are really lovely. I'm really enjoying this. I need to stitch some more on it. Got me a little penguin pal. I think that was probably a gift from my friend T. And this was commissioned by moi from Charlie Feathers. And I think this is my favourite needleminder because it just reminds me of Manan. And she's put it on a beautiful lilac background. Partridge in a pear. And I think, you know, you can buy that one if you want. And I just love it. And I think to myself, I should probably put that on all of my 12 days of Christmas whips. But I don't like to chop and change them, you know. I like to just keep them in here, keep them together. Now, unfortunately, it is a PDF, but it's a paper pattern. So I have to use a paper pattern for that. And I would rather not, but I might colour it in because it is a bit of a struggle. I can't get it onto Pattern Keeper. I've got no idea how to do that. Some things just will not go in. My other Roxys that were in that bag are for days 2, 3 and 4. And apparently I'm keeping them together. Okay, what have we got next? Now, this one I may abandon. There are reasons. There are reasons for it. It's funny and it amuses me, but I don't enjoy stitching it. Probably because of my floss choice. Okay, so this is in a fun little bag. Little Miss. It's a Little Miss bag. Sunshine Hugs Fabulous by Canny. Whose name I cannot remember. Could be Emma. Might not be. So this is something I got off Etsy and it's called Nope. And I'm stitching it on Ada, 16 count. I think it might even be a dyed one from Zoe. Now the problem with it is I'm stitching it with paint box threads and I don't like them. This is the design. Nope. I also have another one, but it's a bit sweary and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show it on YouTube. It says F off basically in the same design, which is quite fun. Now I actually have dress in these colours and various bags. It's very popsy. So I thought, well, that's fun. And I've just found another needle minder. I did not know where that one was. So this is how far I've got. I've done the outlining of Nope. And I've started some of the black in the background. And I've started filling in there. And these are my threads. And then I put some on some little funky floss drops from Kate Blanford. I don't like them. It's 16 count Ada. And everyone knows that paint box threads are about 1.5 times a thickness of DMC. It's too thick. It is a struggle to get it through the holes. And I tried it with one thread. It did not look enough. 2 threads is too much in 16 count. So what I'd need to do is either change it to 14 count. I mean, it looks very plush and very full, and I like that. I'm the sort of person, I will stitch two threads on 20 count because I love how it looks. But on here, it is such a struggle getting it through the holes. And I don't know if I want to abandon that or not. I'm not the sort of person to re-stitch something. This is the thing. So if I do abandon it, with the amount of whips I've got and the amount of plans I've got, it's just not going to get restarted, I don't think. So I don't know. On that is to be decided. Anyway, what have we got here? All right, we'll do this one next, and I need to keep this one out because part 3 has come out today. You won't see many caterpillars in my WIPs. You'll see a couple, but they used to be my company of choice, but I've kind of outgrown them, I think, a bit. Anyway, this is Hello Holly, and I don't have a picture because obviously it's a mystery stitch along, and we don't know what it's going to look like, but we know it's going to be a tree. And I've stitched 3 of the other trees in the series, and I have started the 4th tree, and it is here somewhere. You will see it, but I haven't finished it. So I thought I've got to get this one because I need it for the set. So they got me, they lured me in. So this is Hello Holly, and this is an 18 count Ada. I got the kit. I thought, why not? I'll just treat myself. Treat myself most days, but you know. So this is where I'm at. So that is part 1, the penguin, part 2, the polar bear, and part 3 has come out today. And I can tell you that it's more leaves, another one of these, some foliage, and a lovely bell in the middle. So I'm looking forward to stitching that later. So there's a loose thread there. So it's an 18 count Ada. It's green, a lovely sage. You may tell I do like me some sage green. Oh, and many of the walls in my house are also sage green. I've got my little needle minder from Caterpillar, gorgeous little holly and berry. And I've got all my threads on the cards. Don't think I've missed saying anything on that. So that is going to stay out. So we'll put that up there because I need to start on part 4. Okay, this is pathetic, this one. And it's in this bag. No, it's not. It's something else. It's not, for God's sake. I thought something else was in here, and it is not. But it is pathetic, actually. So that was true. Now, this is another 12 Days of Christmas. This is a free chart, this one. I found this. Oh, I've just found my penguins needle minder. It's a free chart by Plum Street. And it is available on their website. You may have to hunt around a bit. Or on the blog or something. If you do want a link and you're interested, let me know and I will send it to you. Now, I started this the 1st of November 2024 on a little Zoom call with my friend. Now, I've got a black and white version of this chart, and I will show it because it is available for free. So the 12 Days of Christmas in little boxes, all very neat and tidy. This is a bag made by Pam. I can't remember what her name is on Instagram, but Pam Banks, I think. She made me this last year. She made one for herself, posted it, and I was like, yes, that's beautiful. Thank you very much. So I purchased one off her. I've picked threads from this, from the Gentle Art. It only uses 4 colours. And I think it was done as a stitch along back in 2015, I think. Yeah, copyright 2015. So this is the first part. So we've got 1st day, 2nd day, and then 5th and 6th there. I'm too embarrassed to show you my start. I stitched on it that day on a Zoom call with my friends, and I haven't touched it since. I've just done a line. Oh, I'm so ashamed. This is a Tom and Lily fabric. I'm in their fabric subscription club, and this is the only piece I've ever used, so I have actually cancelled it. It is lovely fabric, but she doesn't serge the edges, and that annoys me. So it's a sort of like a cocoa-y sort of colour, a beigey sort of colour. It's an antique-y sort of colour anyway. This is cotton and clay, this needle minder, and I had forgotten where it was. So it's nice to see it. So yeah, I think this is a 18 count. Could be a 20. We had a couple of... It was... Well, it came just earlier than this last year, so just about a year ago I got this one, and yeah, I need to get some more done on that because, as you know, I do love me 12 Days of Christmas, and I need to make some flipping progress on them because I've got more 12 Days of Christmases to start. Now, I love this one. This is a current WIP. This is a current WIP, and I'll just show you the bag. I think it's Teresa Kogat, but it's Stitch Magic, and again, she's got a website. She's on Etsy, but I think you should use the website because then she doesn't have to pay so many fees and stuff. And I think you get free postage if you order. Ignore the little gubbins bits in there, but yeah, perfect for this WIP. So this is a new little series that I started in September, and I finished the September one. So this is the October Cottage by Country Cottage Needleworks, and I have the teeny little picture. I love the colours on this, absolutely love it. And I took this to Stitch in London with me, did loads on it, and I took it a couple of weeks ago to my knit and natter. So these cottages are usually going to be my knit and natter on a Friday when they haven't roped me in to stitch other stuff for them. Now, the threads are here, threads are DMC and Weeks Dye Works as well, I think, on this one. There's also classic Colourworks as well. I've got all the threads just in a bag. It's all a mixture of floss drops there because some of them use the same colour. I thought it'd just be easier. So this is October. This is where I'm at. And actually I haven't put my where I'm at on Instagram yet because I did some filling and I haven't put it on. This is a little needle minder from Our Forest Embroidery. And it's really strong. It's lovely. And this is one of my favourites by my friend Laura, Cotton and Clay. Gorgeous. And he's just so perfect for this. So I've just got some filling left to do on the house here. I've got the border to finish along the bottom, border at the top, which is the same as this one, and then fill in the tree, and then that one we've done. I really want to get this done by the end of October so I can then start on November, which is some lovely colours in that one as well. And I have that as a paper chart. I had to colour the paper chart in because I find black and white paper charts quite difficult. So I have an ingenious idea of colouring in, and it has made a massive difference. But this will explain a little bit about me quickly. I had 12 colouring pencils that were double-ended, so I had 24 colours, and I coloured my chart and I thought this is not enough shades of colours. So I went on Amazon and bought 120 colouring pencils in various colours. And that just about sums me up. Okay, what have we got here? We have got another very current WIP because I stitched on this last night. And I'm super pleased with this one. Super pleased. This is my first large project on even weave. Because I am an Ada girl. I'm really trying this year to stitch on even weave. And I do like it. I like how it looks. I just find it a little bit tricky. So there is a little bit of bodging in here. This is my bag from Canny Little Fox, Wizard of Oz. Here are my lovely threads. They are the Owl Forest threads, and they are most of them are highly variegated. They are really lovely. And here is what I'm stitching. I hope there's not too much glare for you. It is a free chart on their website, and I also have a saga chart for it as well, which I had to email because I could not find where to download it. And it's fantastic in Saga, absolutely fantastic. So part 1 was Dorothy, part 2 was the Good Witch of the North, I think, or South. Part 3 was the Cowardly Lion and the Tin Man, and I've just finished part 4 last night, which was the Field Mice and the Poppies and this tree. And the next part, next month, will be this. And I did think I could start it, and then I thought, so that will come. So let's see. So this is a 32 count even weave from Lakeside Needlecraft here in the UK, and it's in pea shoots. You would not believe how many greens I bought to try and find the right one, and I'm still not 100% sure because the tree I did last night blended in a bit, but actually on camera that looks marvellous, so I'm quite happy with that. I'll go back a bit. I'm really pleased with this. It's a little bit near the edge, but who cares? So yeah, that's the part I just did there. Really pleased. And yeah, that's the first time I've done a big project on even weave, and it's the first time I've done 1/1 stitching on the faces. That was fun. 32 count. I almost went blind afterwards. And I've actually took that one off the edge. My friends will be so proud. I thought I better, as now I've got like 3 weeks until I pick that up again, so sorry for the zipping, my loves. Not sure if I remembered to say that I live in Suffolk, UK, and it's not raining again, so I must make sure I put everything back in. Other people say it, and I will reiterate what they say, and I've just found this chart. If I don't put these things back, they will be lost forever. And my friends do not want me in a panic saying, I've lost this and this. Right, this is another 12 Days of Christmas. This is the third one so far. This is a sound by Manny D. Donna, which I accidentally came across on Facebook when I was searching for something else. And so I, of course, had to join it. She's had a little bit of problem with her mum. I think she's been ill, so she's a bit behind on sending out the next part. But this is my bag, which I will show. This is from Stitch Majig. This is one of her newer ones. It's lovely. I have to show you my floss jobs on these because they're from, I think they're Makes by Kelly on Etsy, and they are 12 Days of Christmas themed. Plus I've mixed them in with some others to make them go further. They're so good. And that's just DMC. Fabric is an 18 count. It's the January 2025 Fabric of the Month by Crafty Kate. And needle minder is Maloka Designs in the middle, and that was a gift from my friend Charlie. That is dramatic, that fabric on camera. Flippin' heck. That's an 18 count Ada. So yeah, basically it says the 12 Days of Christmas across the top, and then it says my true love gave to me in backstitch here. And then there's all the boxes for all the days, and I'm afraid I cannot show you them because I haven't got a picture that isn't a chart. There isn't many pictures. She's a very good designer, but as I said, she's been a bit quiet, so yeah, I think we should have had another part out by now, but it's not really like I'm in any rush to get back to any of this stitching, so I can wait. It's not a problem. And I look at it and think, oh, I really want to stitch that. But to be honest, I feel like that about a lot of my WIPs. There's just no time, is there? You know, there's just no blooming time. So that is a really very lovely one. This is going to go over, and it's still got quite a big pile. We'll show that one in a bit. Right, this one I don't know what's in here. This is a bag from Pauline at Sobe Bags, and I popped this on from Laura Cotton and Clay that was in my summer stitching box. This is Teresa Kogut, which I'm stitching with my friends Shell and Tea. And I have a picture. I have the booklet. This is My Heart Is Fed, Teresa Kogut. I will be making a couple of changes because I don't like cats. I don't like cats and I don't like foxes. I will be removing the cat, and I think I'll just extend those down instead. So yes, this is My Heart Is Fed. Started this in Bournemouth with my friends in the summer, in June, 6th of June 2025. It is stitched on a 32 count pinkish coffee craft fabric, and she doesn't name them, like I said, so I haven't really done very much. I did do some at Stitch in London, which I haven't put on Instagram, so ta-da! So yeah, there's a hat. I did some of her neck. I did think about doing it 1/1, but then I thought, no, that's a stupid idea, so I decided not to. It's quite a nice fabric. It's a little bit see-through. I apologise. I have got a board, but it's huge. He's sizing down. Charlie Feathers, Cotton and Clay. I think that was a minder of the month. So that is how far I have got, and I'm stitching this with a Roxy Floss conversion. Ooh, by the lovely Hannah, who was so helpful when I emailed her my plea. I really want to stitch this, but I really fancy stitching it in Roxy. I mean, I'd stitch everything in Roxy. I love it. I mean, I love others. I love all the threads. I really do. Not wrong with DMC either, of course. Just drop something, and that's gonna come back to bite me, isn't it? I'll leave that there as I drop something, and then hopefully I can get back to it. Okay, what's in here? This is another Pauline bag, Sobe Bags. and I love this. This bag is beautiful. This is my little hummingbird. This also came to stitch in London, so it has been stitched on recently. Here are my flosses, DMC, bit of a mess, on my Charlie Feathers paper floss drops. This is what I'm stitching. It is by Needle Lot Designs. I think she has a Kofi. So it's a little hummingbird. And I love the colours on this. I could not resist it at all. And this is how far I've got. I have done the hummingbird. And I've started on the green. He is absolutely beautiful. I'll put him a bit nearer. And this is a Coffee Craft fabric. It's a beautiful, it's a bright lilac. And needle minder, of course, is Charlie Feathers. I don't get a discount or anything. I buy these. I love them. So yeah, really pleased with that. And I enjoy stitching on that. But now the seasons have changed, I think that's probably going to go away for a bit. I was doing a bit on it, as I said, at Stitch in London. And also on a Friday I was stitching on that one. But I think we'll put that away till maybe the spring. Okay, next we have got, in a bag made by my lovely friend Lorna, who I haven't mentioned yet. Lovely Lorna. It's got owls on. Now this is a cotton and twine design by Yasmin's Made with Love. And this was the March 2025 box, which I bought. I paid for mine. And this is Hello Spring. And started on the 27th of March. 16 count Ada, I think that was in the kit. Threads, DMC, mid thread. I'll take that off. And that's how far I am. So actually, I've done quite well on this. The needle minder was from, it came in the box, I think. Stunning. I love it. I love it when they come with a free needle minder. So yeah, I've just got spring to write down here, and I'm using a DMC variegated orange thread, whatever number it is, can't remember. And I've just got a couple of flowers to pop in, and there's a bit of back stitch. But yeah, it's a nice little stitch, but it's not spring anymore, is it? And I did do a little bit of it in, well, a month or so ago, and I was just like, no, I think that needs to go away now. It's just got very dark, so if you hear rain, I can only apologise. I'm going to have a little swig of my tea, which is cold now. This is a little ladybird bag by Oh So Alison. Gift from my lovely, lovely friend Michelle. Very generous. And this is my ladybird, or ladybug picnic by Hands On Design. And I'm stitching this on Strawberry Frappe, 20 count, from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibres, with the called for weeks dye works, one of my faves. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Utterly gorgeous. And I have a picture. I think most people have stitched this. I do love it. I don't know if I would have thought, yeah, I'll stitch that if it hadn't have been for my friends wanting to do it. But here we are. I'm easily led. I am weak. What can I say? And this is how far I've got with my matching little needle minder, also a present from Michelle, from Charlie. So, really like this. But it's got like some speciality stitches in, and I've been stitching for a long time, but I like to keep my basic. Just because if it's not, then I won't stitch it, and if I won't stitch it, I won't stitch anything, and then I lose my stitchy bug, which happens. It happens, guys, you know, for a few years. And I've been stitching now, for back stitching for 2 years, so I don't want it to leave. So I thought I need to try and make myself more accountable with my stuff. Okay, here's an old one, I think. It's in an older bag. It's in a pineapple tote bag. Could not tell you where this is from. It has been a long time. Oh, it's this. Oh, God. Okay, so this is... yeah, this is old. This is a frosted pumpkin. It's all my threads. Oh my god. This is Welcome to Pumpkinville. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. So this is from, I should have a little bit of paper. I started this stitch along on the 15th of January 2019. It's a 14 count Ada, Picture This Plus, Oaken, a fat eighth. DMC, Weekstyle Works and Rainbow Gallery Threads. And yeah, this was Welcome to Pumpkinville, their sal. And I did the sal before this, which was Into the Jungle. Oh, I loved it. It was brilliant. So I thought, great, I'll sign up for the next one. It was huge. It is huge. Now, I haven't got all the chart for this, and I emailed the pumpkins recently because I found this when I was tidying up out here. And I said, please, can I have the chart? And they sent it to me. I've got a lot to do. So here we go. Sorry for all the fabric hanging. I haven't even bothered to. So yeah, this says Welcome to Pumpkinville along the bottom, well, along the middle. And then it has lots of little people doing various things. There's a school building, a bakery, a fairground, ice cream and milkshakes. It's huge. And I should stitch on it. I should. I just don't want to. I don't fancy it. I mean, it's so big it has to go in a bloody tote bag. So I'm just going to put that away again because I'm not looking at it. Look at the threads in I did. I really don't want to not be able to find the threads. So yes, I can make no promises on that one. That might... I don't want to abandon it. I don't want to abandon that one. This is a Stitch and Majig bag. There you go. It's easy to come out. And I love this bag. Look. Birds and birdhouse. I like birds. I like houses. And this is a house. A cottage. This is Lola Crow. So my threads are all on here, which is good because it keeps them flat in the bag. This was started on the 12th of October 2024. I haven't stitched on it in months. All year. I have a picture. This is the Verdant Cottage, which I am technically supposed to be stitching with my friend Shell. But she, as always, is miles ahead of me. I'm hugely letting the side down. What can I say? So this is where I'm at. It's a vintage country mocha in 18 count. DMC threads. So I've just done a little bit in the middle of the, just above the door, basically, and then there's the window. I mean, it's not even a huge cottage, but so much to do. Cotton and clay needle minder. Don't know. Couldn't say. That is the problem with me, and I have been collecting needle minders for over 10 years. I can't remember where some of the older ones are from. And I've got most of them on the board over there. And I've had friends that used to make them, and they don't make them anymore. I'm thinking of you, Greta, handmade by Greta. The times have changed. So that's Lola Crow. I hope I'm not going through too slowly or too fast, or I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult. Another Pauline bag. I love this one. Baubles. Bag. Oh, now. This was started as a stitch along last year. And I have spoken to the designer about this. It was too big to be a stitch along. And she agreed with me. It's Oh Christmas Tree by Love Poppet. With some lovely Christmassy floss drops. God, the mess of my threads. I'm so sorry, everyone. DMC. The fabric is a Coffee Craft opalescent. Oh, I've just remembered how lovely it is. And I've just realised where my needle minder is. Now, I should probably take this off the Nudge to show you, but talk amongst yourselves. This is one I've actually done a reasonable amount on. Oh, there's another needle minder under the needle minder. Charlie Feather's needle minders are awesome. but they're really strong and they eat up other needle minders. So yes, this stitch along started and I didn't want to do it, and then she posted a picture and I was like, well, I've got to do it because I love it. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it is gorgeous, but it's huge. It's a lot of stitching. Would probably help if I showed you the picture. So sorry. There we go. Oh, Christmas tree. And I've got this on pattern keeper. This was the first one I ever stitched on pattern keeper, which I love. And I have done reasonably on this. So it's Coffee Craft, opalescent. I said that, I know, but 16 count. So I'm quite pleased with this. Can you see the sparkle? I think it looks awesome. I'm hoping to get back to this Christmas. I would like it done. I love it. I love stitching baubles. I love stitching round things. Weird, I know, but I do. And I find it very pleasing. So I do want to get back. So that's why I've sort of tried not to just stitch the baubles to start with, because I need to give myself something as a reward for stitching some green. So I'm just going to pop all that away. But like I said, I've printed it all out, what I have now. I've got a tablet for Christmas with Pattern Keeper on, and it's changed my life. Absolutely changed my life. Fantastic. Threads. Everything's there. Lovely stuff. Okay. This pile is getting big. Doing all right. I'm approaching an hour. Okay, right. This isn't a fairy bag by Pauline at Sobe Bags, but it is in no relation to what's inside this one. I needed something big. Now, I haven't done much on this, and it is one I need to restart. Blimmin' heck. Blimmin' heck. So my Pip and Chip floss drops that I bought last year, gingerbread, which are great, but they take up loads of room, hence the big bag. I bought some more fabric for this. I will explain in a sec. This is the Crochet A Go-Go Advent Calendar, which I fell in love with when I saw it last year and had to stitch it, not realising how flipping massive it is. Okay, so I have made a poultry start on 20 count vintage country mocha Ada. Sorry about the grind. I don't usually use grind guards because this really annoys me with the edges, but I needed to get the fabric out of the way. It was doing my head in. That's from Cotton Clay. So I've basically done a bit of the border in the middle for days 5 and 11, I think. No, that's a lie. It's on the side of number 10. But it's completely pointless because I need to restart it. The fabric is 20 count and the margins are tight. And I keep stressing that it is not big enough. So I'm going to restart it on also vintage country mocha. This was started 20th of October last year. I've bought myself some 25 count. That's what I got. I don't think it was vintage country mocha. It's just a Lugana. It's beige. And I'm going to stitch it on that because if I do it, I think I might be able to do it 1/1. We'll see. And therefore it will fit on perfect. So that is a restart in my horizon because my friend Shell and T also doing it, and Shell of course has done freaking loads on hers and puts me to shame. So much so that I am thinking of ditching her. Okay, Caterpillar. I did say you wouldn't see many of these, but I have mentioned this one already. Now, bag again, Pauline. You can see I've got a real problem here. Problem, excellent bag collection. Okay, so this is Hello Pumpkin. So a companion to Hello Holly, which I have recently started. This was started in 2019 as the sale, I think. 16th of May 2019. It's Waygart, 16 count, white Ada. It's white Ada, but it's pink because there's been an issue. Okay. I lost my stitchy bug for this because I did this much. Okay, part 1 and 2 possibly, and then part 3 came out, and part 3 is a fox, and I have previously mentioned I really don't like foxes. Not to get into too much detail, but I used to have chickens and fox made them not exist anymore, so I just don't like them. And so that's that was the mock-up of the stitch along. So I came to a stop and I was like, well, I don't want to stitch in it now. And it went up in the loft for 4 years, I think. And unfortunately, I left it on a Q-snap with red felt underneath it, and it bled. And so I've had to wash this to try and get some of the pink out. It's still slightly pink. Obviously, I don't want to restart that because that's quite a lot of stitching there, and it's fine. So what I think I'm going to do, and I talked about this with my chums, is I think I'm going to change the colours in the fox, and then it isn't going to look like a mean, horrible fox again anymore. It will look like a nice Arctic fox or something. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to change him into an Arctic fox rather than ponce around trying to put in a completely new animal there, because that just makes it too hard. I can't be doing with that. Anyway, next. So that was cat pinnacle stitch. Here is another old Sal. No, not an old Sal. I think it was a Sal, possibly. It is an old one from around that time. I don't even know when I started this. There's a reasonably funny story with this one. I tried to buy it like 3 times over the course of the years because I kept forgetting I actually owned it. And then the last time I thought, oh, I've got that, I'd like to start it, I then found that I'd actually started it already. This was the first bag I ever bought from Anne Stitchamajig, and it did used to hold my Arctic animals from Frosted Pumpkin. So this is also Frosted Pumpkin, and this is 12 Days of Christmas! 16 count opalescent, just as Wegart, as far as I know, from my stash at the time. DMC threads, started a long time ago, and I have done a box and a number, but I didn't even know that I'd done a box and a number because I didn't know I'd started the damn thing until I came across it in a WIP bag, and I was like, oh, interesting. And I originally bought the chart for this in I think 2014, and then I forgot, and then I went to try and buy it again and realised I'd already bought it, and couldn't find it, so I emailed the Pumpkins, and they very, very kindly sent it to me again. I don't have a cover photo for this, but it's basically a lovely ornate border right around the edge, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 border right the way around, and they're cute little pictures, and they don't look, I mean, that's not a very big, is it, a box? That box is not very big to get a little picture in there. So that's the box for 7 Swans Are Swimming, and I would really like to stitch on this again. I like it. I do really like the design on this one. It's got a nice bit of weak side works there as well. So we'll get back to this. I will. I promise. Oh yeah, and then it says 12 Days of Christmas at the bottom, and then some musical notes stitched in red, which is very lovely. Oh, God. I need some bigger bags because when I have got size 4 nurtures in them, it is really tight. Here is another Frosted Pumpkin one. It was moved to a new bag to treat it by Anne again. Stitchamajig. Beautiful threads. Have I got my little bit of paper in here? I have. It's an opalescent blue. I think it's 14 count Ada. Started, don't know. This is an old one. Summer Beach Day, it's called. I have got a picture. It is in a folder, so apologies for glare. I have done spring in this series, and so spring I did on linen, and then I thought, no, I'm not doing it on linen again, so I'm doing this one on Ada. It's funky. So yeah, little girl on the beach. Not much really to say about that. It's cute. I'll change the hair to blonde because, you know, I'm naturally blonde. So that's all good. That's another one off the list. The pile is dwindling, friends. The pile is dwindling. I just wrecked that. So that farm is dead. What have we here? Oh, this is an abandoned one, so we're going to ignore that. It was the Modern Folk Embroidery Quintessential Smalls. I stitched the first one and I'm not going to stitch anymore, so it's fine. This is Christmas Tiny Town in a nice bag by Anne. I won't show you the front bits, it's got a chart. Christmas Tiny Town. And then it's a reasonable start for me, to be honest with you. And then the little house in the middle. I haven't quite finished filling it in yet. Started this on the 17th of July this year. So 32 count Coffee Craft Opalescent. It's sort of sparkly beige. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. And colourful threads. And Classic Colour Works, Weeks Dye Works. And that is a cardinal, I think, by Charlie Feathers. So that is Christmas Tiny Town. I have stitched Blooming Tiny Town, that is finished. And it looks lovely. And I have got, I think, most of the other Tiny Towns to stitch. Okay, next. Not my favourite WIP. DMC threads. I don't know if I have a picture. Some of you I know have stitched it. Some of you have finished it. Some of you have abandoned it. It's the Secret Garden Sal by Historical Sampler, which started 31st of March this year. 16 count Swig Art DMC kit. I don't like it, but I've done parts 1 to 3 apart from the animals because one's a fox. So what I will do, I will finish this because I haven't really got all that much to do. I really don't like stitching the same thing over and over again. I hate it, in fact. And this just isn't what I have thought it was going to be. But it has made me realise that I don't want to do any more of their sales. Lovely company, don't want to do their sales. So I need to put in a squirrel on one of these, that side I think the squirrel is. And then what I'm going to do is flip the squirrel and put him that side as well. And then I've got to do these flipping flowers all the way down there and then flipping flowers all the way down there. Don't want to, that's why it's gone away. So yeah, Secret Garden, Sal, Historical Sampler, not a fan. Okay, last one in this pile, but there's a very small other pile. I hope you're all still with me, you're not asleep or anything. This is one we found at Floss Friends back in Jan-Feb. And it is a lovely one. It is Spring on Lock Lane by the Old Barn Stitching Company. And looking at it, I love it. I've forgotten how much I love it. It's beautiful. It's a house. It's birds. It's everything I want in a chart. It's gorgeous. Not on Pattern Keeper though. That's the last thing I want in a chart. And it's got some gorgeous, gorgeous threads. Classic Colour Works and Cottage Garden threads. Oh, love me some Cottage Garden threads. So I started this. I've just put 2025. Yeah, brilliant. Good for me. This is an 18 count even weave, 18 count Ada from Coffee Craft, Megan, my old chum. And this is how far I have got. It's a pink fabric, I should say. It's very nice, very nice. This is Charlie Feathers Needle Minder. Yeah, so I haven't done really very much on this. And Shell, you're going to start hating Shell, has done loads, and it looks bloody spiffing, if I may say. Other friends are stitching it as well, but for me it is just, it's there. I will stitch on it, I don't know when. I mean, I've watched WIP parades where, you know, people have done the tiniest of starts, and I feel like I am with you, friends. Okay, this is another... No, this is Caterpillar. It's another abandoned cell. And I don't have a full picture of the whole thing. It sees the day. Started this on the 16th of January 2019. DMC threads. And it's not liked, so it's in a Amazon folder. Oh dear. So this will be 16 count. Yeah, 16 count is white guy. I think it's a sand sort of colour. And I've actually not done too badly on this, to be fair, for me. But I got bored. And I put it away in the loft. Luckily this one did not have any issues. Just take it out of the nurse for you all. I did the top bit above the line. And I'm so sorry, I do not iron. I certainly wouldn't iron this, you know, it's not. Yeah, so I did a bit above the line and then it went in the loft for a long time. I even put 2019 there, look. And then I got it down from the loft when I started stitching again, and I did actually do all of this down here last year. So actually that's not too bad, is it? And randomly I've got a thread on there, which, as I said, I don't usually do. I usually must finish off my thread and snip it and then put it away. That's just how I am, really. Okay, we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Feeling a bit of a sense of shame and embarrassment, but also, you know, hope that I can get on with these. I can and I will. Okay. Another failed sale. Oh, the shame. I have said to myself, and they will testify for that, I'm not doing any sales next year. And if I do, then they're start-alongs now. They're not actual sales. I haven't got a full picture of this, but you can get the idea. This is Tiny Modernist. And it is Santa's House from 2018. Started 1st of October 2018. So this is another really old one. And that is through to parts 3, room 2, the kitchen. Now this is nice. I will stitch some more on this. It's a 14 count Picture This Plus called Gingerbread DMC. Lots of lovely colours. And I not done too bad. And again, I'm mid-thread. What the hell? Old me was wrong. So I've got some outlining of house. These are very old needle minders. And little people in the kitchen, I think. And then it goes up, there's a chimney and lights and stuff. It's nice, it's cute, but it's 14 count Ada and it's Picture This Plus, so it's really floppy. And I don't like the horribly stiff Ada, I really don't, but there's a medium in the middle, which is where I'm happy, and it's not that. It's not that. So there's that one. And then nearly there, guys, nearly there. It's Caterpillar again. It's more than I thought. But I mean, to be fair, they're not actively worked on, so. These are, I'm stitching these in Classic Colourworks, which is a conversion I have made up by myself. It is Stitch into Christmas, I think. Stitch into Christmas, Caterpillar cross stitch. Started the 28th of June, just because I like it. Not for any other reason other than I like it. I don't think I've got a cover photo. But I mean, literally, if you search anything cross-stitch related, you'll get Caterpillar come up in your Google. So you'll probably be able to find it without much struggle. Now this is on a navy, I want to say 16 count, I don't know where my, there it is. 16 count navy swag art with a Classic Colourwork conversion by moi. And I haven't done masses on it. But I made a start. I started with 4, so I think that was in the middle, but actually 4 is my birthday. So I've got a little robin on my birthday. So that's for see-through. I shall note to get bored next time. Caterpillar needle minders. I do really like this. It's a nice one. You know, it's just not really high up on my radar at the moment on my list. You know, happens, doesn't it, really? It's quite funny because obviously these have all come out of folders and now I can't get them back in again, so very funny. This is an abandoned one. I will not be stitching this. If anybody would like to rehome this, reach out and I'll send it to you, no charge. I've got all the chart. It's the All Things Grow with Love stitch along by Historical Sampler Company. Now, I bought this and I was about to go into hospital for an operation last year, thinking I'd sit and do it while I was recuperating, and I don't like it. It was a mystery stitch along. I don't like it. I did this much, friends, and I will not be doing any more. It's a 16 count white Ada that came in a kit. It's not me. The final design is not me. It's very, very repetitive. The same thing stitched 6 times, and I was just like, I'm not doing it. So if anybody would like to rehome that, I will send it to you. Anywhere in the world, I don't care because it'll be small. This is another abandoned one. I'm not stitching anymore on this one either. I hate it. It sucks. This is Witchy Way by Caterpillar. It's a barely picture, but it was a mystery stitch along again. And I did the first one in the middle. And I won't be doing any more. It's just a 16 count Ada because I don't like it. And that is why it is 16 count. That is why I've got the Trick or Treat Lane by Cow's Factory, because that's sort of what I expected this to be like, with little people, and it wasn't. So again, I won't be doing any more on that. I'll just call that a finish as it is. I don't suppose anyone will want to rehome that one. And then last but not least, this is never going to get stitched on because I remember I have gone wrong. And I started stitching this for Love Quilts and then failed very, very miserably at it. It's Sleeping Beauty. I don't even think it's on a Disney CD that I had a long time ago. 2014, I think it was from. And it's a 14 count Ada, and I've gone wrong somewhere in her hair, and so it got abandoned. And I don't think I'll ever stitch on it again. And I think it's like one of the only R&R craft frames I've got left because they're freaking awful. I mean, look, that's come off there. Rubbish. So yeah, there's Aurora, looking reasonably scary. I should probably put that in the bin, to be honest with you, but I wanted to show you so you can see how far I've come in my stitching. This was old me, new me, lovely stitchings. That's in a very, very old bag I bought off eBay. Oh my God. I've been stitching for so many years on and off, and things have changed so much. When I was last stitching, there was no Flosstube, so that has been quite a lovely revelation. Oh, I've got just the one more, and that's in a tiny, tiny little Popsy wallet because it's supposed to be my travel piece. So the idea really is, it's got coin, is it? Is to have it sort of outlined so it's easy to just fill in if you're like on a train or something. But I haven't really done very much. Story of my life. And it is Coastal Peaks by Caterpillar cross stitch. It was in a box. I haven't got a picture. 16 count white DMC, started 5th of April this year, and I have done sod all really. It's nothing much to write home about, is it? So yeah, that's supposed to be my travel piece, but I have been taking my little cottage of the month as a travel piece instead, and it is a bit bigger, but it's less embarrassing to be seen out in public. So there you go. I think that's all my WIPs, guys. I think that's all of them. I have got over here next to this a very large pile of project bags with things in to start. I could do what Stuart and Stitches does and you know, delve into the shelf of surprises, but I won't copy him. I could do it because I have got loads. Now I have got a bit of haul I can show you. I'm aware this is a WIP parade of an hour and 20 minutes. But I will show you just a little bit of haul because it is here, and if I don't show you it, it will just sit in this box forever and I'll never get to use any of it. So Some of this is from Stitch in London, but I'll tell you as we go. I'm on a bit of a Stitch from Stash thing next year, so yes, we'll see how that goes, but I'm hoping not to buy too many things next year. But at Stitch in London, I bought myself 3 lovely project bags from Ness. Ness's craft room. I've not had any of hers before. There is another one around, but I don't know where it is. I think it's probably got a project in to be kitted up. So I bought a lovely Christmas one. I mean, these are a little bit smaller than I would usually use. But I'm trying really hard not to put the nurges in with stuff now, which means I can fit more projects in there because I'm not putting all the stuff in there. Okay, I've got an empty box because the needle minders fell out. Oh, I've got my August fabric of the month from Crafty Kate. I won't take it out of the package. It's quite pink. I was expecting it to be quite purple, and it is not. And I'm still waiting on September. I'm not going to say anything else because she's lovely and I like her fabrics, but she's a bit slow. These were not from Stitch in London. These are from, ooh, I can't remember her name. I think it's Tish. And I did a little order before I went away for a couple of bits and bobs, and these were 2 of the chunky, look at that ghost, chunky. I like to put them onto bags, not on scissors, because I find that they get broken on my scissor bags. I bought a chart, Filipina Jasmine. I've got Cinderella, desperate to be started, but I'm having a bit of a mental block with her at the moment. She's been, well, for months. She's supposed to have been started many times over, but I just haven't yet. She's scary. She's too good. I got my October Country Cottage Needleworks Village of the Month from Coffee Craft Fabrics, and she did me it was like a sign up thing, and you get a bit of fabric every month. Bit of fabric, you get the chart, and I had the threads at the start, and you sometimes get a little gift, and I've got a little needle minder in that. So that's the October one, and it's reasonably similar colour wise to the little October cottage that I'm stitching, but it's actually not the same colour, so that's a bit annoying. I got my Roxy Floss for Blueberry J, and I've also got my Roxy Floss for Cherry Magpie. Waiting on fabric for both of them. Megan. I have got, oh yes, I've got the, I've just been putting things in this box for ages now. I've got the September Village as well with the fabric, so that can be put away now. I've got some silks for you, Hanks, which I'm not going to take out of here. I've got 2 in this beautiful, beautiful pink and a lovely teal. I'm thinking I'm going to do a couple of monochrome pieces with those. Watch this space. Got a thread from my friend Shell. She's already got that one. I got a little bit of cheesecake from my friend Shell, who is cheesecake and cross stitch. So that was a little gift from Stitch in London, which I'm very chuffed to get little things at Stitch in London. I have got, these are Makes by Kelly on Etsy, and it's just some more little Christmas card floss drops, which are really, really lovely. And there's some more in here as well. And sometimes you just want, she always puts in some little stickers as well and a little thank you. And not everybody puts in a nice little thank you. These are sort of partridge in pear tree type things, or birds of some sort in a tree, which I thought were quite me. So there's those. Oh, it's my fabric. Oh, my fabric. My fabric for for Ariel, The Golden Voice by Bella Filipina. We treated ourselves to a piece of Fabulous Yummy Fabrics Mermaid Mules. This is the 28 count Lugana. And it is stunning. I've got a couple of little pinky bits on mine, so hopefully they'll be covered by the stitching. I'll have to try and make sure that they get covered. That is really, really lovely. So I've ordered the chart from Lakeside. I need to get the floss and everything, but I've asked Letitia of Corrie's Little Shop to do that for me. This is the fabric of the month from Tom and Lily. Like I said, I'm going to stop that. It's not serged. It's nice, but it's 16 count Ada, and I do think I could use it for Cherry Magpie, and I might, but I've asked Megan to dye me some for that, and I'd rather use hers, so there you go. Oh, I've treated myself to this little needle minder from Stitchfinity. Not had anything by them before, but I saw it on Facebook. I thought it was lovely. I do love me a needle minder. That's really nice and solid as well, so that'll be really nice. Oh, here you go. This is also from, I think it's Tish. Should put her name on there, is she? Some little bead pots for when I start doing my bellas. I'll be needing to put them in little pots. That's a Stitch in London present. I've got some silks. I'm in the Needlepoint Ink Silk Club from Corrie's Little Shop, and this month it's all greens. I've got a Beasley up here, which I'm putting them in Pip and Chip bobbins, so I need to bobbinate them. And from Peakside Needlecrafts, I waited a little while for these, but they are beautiful. They are Victoria Clayton silks. I'm not going to take them out because they're all ready in there for their projects. So I've got quite a few things to stitch. These are for Lila's Studio, the Halloween Quaker, the Spring Quaker, and the Holiday Quaker, which is like a festive Christmassy one, which I've got charts for and just need to start at some point. I bought myself a piece of 20 count Ada from Swan Bay at Stitch in London, Longbourn Blush, just because I think sometimes people that do fabric forget that some people don't like to stitch on even weave, and I feel like I should support people that do actually dye the Ada. You know, we want Ada options, please. I don't want to stitch everything on even weave. It makes my life way too difficult. So give me options, people, please. And I'm just going to show you this. I've got a couple more fabrics from Megan. Oh, this is the fabric of the month for October, which is Lush. So I've left a note on there. She meant to give this to me at Stitch in London and then forgot. But I shall see her again next weekend because she's coming to the Ipswich one. Thankful Tiny Town from my friend T, because she's stitched it and it is now my turn and I don't have that one. 3 fabrics that I bought just before Stitch in London. She bought them with her. I love the bright lilac. That works for so many things. A grey, which I'm thinking of stitching that pink silk on. And this beautiful blue. See, now I've shown you, I can put these things away. And I bought something different for me. It is a stamped kit. It is upside down. It is an upside down stamped kit called Dawn Over Mountains. And the colours are like, whoa. When I went on holiday this summer, I would have really liked to have had this with me. Because I struggled trying to put a chart anywhere and I didn't do any stitching in the end. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to give this a bash. Just take it out quickly. It is 16 count Ada, printed Ada. And it's from the Stamped Stitch Club, but I believe they use the same people that do the Painting Fairy ones. So, I mean, the quality is excellent. It is really, really good. And it's not too big. And the threads are all sorted. So, next time I go on holiday, I'm going to take that. In the hope that I'll actually get some stitching done. Because it was windy. I didn't want to take my board. I didn't want to, you know. So anyway, let's see. The last few bits, I also bought and bear in mind that I've been putting these in here for like 2-3 months. So from Stitch in London, I bought another piece of 20. It says 20 count Ada, but it's, oh no, that's the wrong label. Mary Sampler linen 32 count. I'm doing a few samplers, as I mentioned. This is the 20 count Ada, a little one in pink. I think I've got 2 of those now, have I? Oops. And the Pemberley Ada 20 count. I like 20 count because it makes things little. I've got a couple of 40 count even weaves, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to stitch on those. I really don't know. Oh, I had a little gift come through the post with my fabric that Shell sent me, and it's a little Mill Hill kit, and it's a cottage, and I love it, Shell. Thank you so much for that little surprise you popped in. Because I had bought myself, which I picked up at Stitch in London, a couple of very famous that loads of other people have bought. I bought these from Talking Dog Stitchery, picked them up from her. The magnetic frames, which I want to try the Mill Hill kit in. Also from her, I purchased the Shepherd Frill for Tiny Town, because I've already got the Wise Men one and the rest of the chart. And I love me a seasonal series. I don't know when I'm going to stitch these, but I thought I'd better get them. So I bought these by Heart in Hand and picked them up from her as well. They're very cute. There's probably a fox on one of them, in which case I'll have to change that. You don't realise how many designers put foxes on their stuff until you really don't like foxes, and then it's loads. This was a little gift from Charlie Feathers. Some autumnal floss drops, and I chose a butterfly ring bling. I love me some butterflies. A few more bits now, and then I will leave you. Bought these from Rachel as well, Talking Dog Stitchery. Me and my friend bought Blueberry Ridge. We got Tommy's pumpkin patch. It's got a house on. I love me a house, and it's got a bird as well. Yeah, it has. I don't usually like animals in clothes, but I'm willing to forgive little Tommy and little Hazel because they do look really cute. That's the blackberry one. And I also bought, this is Blueberry Ridge, All Hallows Eve. I don't know when I'm going to stitch this, guys, but I couldn't resist it because, you know, house. Don't know if there's any birds, but I just, oh, the colours, lovely, lovely, lovely. And then I also bought this, which is a chart and silk pack for Halloween pumpkin, and Filigram it's by. I've never heard of them. But, oh my god, it comes with silks. Dinky dyes. I have got dinky dye in my stash. I'm not used it yet, so I'm like, yep, I'll treat myself to that. And I also bought by October House Fibre Arts this pear one, because pear, partridge in a pear tree. It's got a little bird. Seemed like a good idea at the time. And since I bought them, and since I got back, I bought 2 more Blackberry Ridge designs of PDF off of Etsy as well. Also bought these were from Swan Bay. A bit different for me. This is Teresa Koga and God Saw. I just really liked that. I think it's cute. And I think my husband really likes that. So I actually might stitch that and put it on the flipping wall, guys. Also this one, so Teresa Koga as well. Serenity, I think that's called. House, birds. All of these have got houses and birds on. That's kind of my thing, my jam. Jan Hicks creates Let Flowers Grow. I haven't had anything by her before. Thought I'd add that to the stash. Basically, I'm doing Stitch from stash next year, so I'm now getting in as much stash as possible before it starts. And I bought this from Yaz along with the Stitch in London kit, which I finished, M for Mushrooms, because again it's a house. And I've done that H's for Halloween, which was a house, but apparently that's not in this series, but I've done that one. And I've got the other 4, and then this was the 5th one to come out. And apparently there's a Christmas one coming, so I'm very excited about that. And I think that will do. I've just got a few gifts, but you know, that's more of a personal thing, isn't it? So thank you very much for watching. I hope I haven't bored you all to tears. Hope I've done all right for my first go. Please be kind in the comments. Have you stitched any of the things that I'm stitching? Are you going to stitch them? Do you want to adopt any of the ones I hate? That sort of thing. What am I going to say? I mean, if this was a normal Flosstube, I'd do a little bit of life update and stuff, but I haven't really been doing much. I will say I am going to stitch Stitchy weekend this time in October, end of October, no, next weekend in Ipswich is what I wanted to say. I couldn't get the words out. Words are hard. So, yeah, that's this weekend coming. I'm going with my friend Lorna. Everybody else lives too far away, so it's just me and Lorna. And it's going to be epic. And it's going to be a couple of lovely stalls there selling their wares. And there'll be a nice lunch. And it'll be a lovely weekend to get some stitching done. So I'll probably take the Halloween cottage. We've got a couple of new starts planned. I could show you them, but then that'll take up more time. So I'll show you them in my next Flosstube, which I hope to film every month. I don't know. And I am hoping very much to do Flossmas, which I really loved watching last year. People opening their advent calendars, and I found them really, really helpful. And I have made a purchase of the Historical Sampler advent calendar because of watching you open yours last year, people. So yes, I've got that. That's already come. It's sitting over there taunting me. Oh God. And I've also got a couple of sweetie ones, but I've also got a Corrie's Little Shop one that I've ordered. I've ordered the Maloka Designs one, and also a KLT charting one, which I've not had before, so that'll be fun. And probably, oh, the Evertotes. How can I forget Evertotes? Evertotes. Oh, can't wait for that this year. Loved it last year. As soon as it launched this year, bought it. Absolutely no thought about it. I can't wait to do that. It was so much fun. So yes, I thought I might do a little Flossmas because I've got quite a lot to show every day. I thought it'd be quite fun. So that'll be plans coming up. Other than that, I need to work on some of these WIPs, get my October cottage done so I can get November started. And that's about everything to say. So I just want to say hello to all my friends, old ones, new ones, people that I met at Stitch in London. It was wonderful to meet you all. I'll just give her a couple of shout outs, shall I? So I've mentioned Shell a few times. She is Cheesecake and Cross Stitch on here and on Instagram. Go and give her a watch. She's a big inspiration to me. I love her to bits. Also Laura, also in my little friend group of Cotton and Clay / Butterfly Stitches 83. She makes some gorgeous little needle minders and fobs and stuff. And she's just a wonderful human being. So giving her a watch too, please. And then I've got Lorna and T in my friend group. Not Flosstubers yet. Charlie Feathers, who I've got most of my needle minders that I've been showing you from. I love her designs, and she is the most lovely person as well. So very kind. So hello to her. Thank you for egging me on to do this. It's very kind of you. Who else did I want? I'm going to forget someone and they're going to be terribly, terribly offended, aren't they? God, I should have made some notes. I will say a little shout out because people that I have liked to watch and people that probably I'd say inspired me are Stuart's in Stitches, Sheldon in Stitches, Tattooed Stitches Jordan, Pam at Ditsy Daisy Crafts, Kim Stitchy Squirrels, Ellie, I haven't watched you lately, but I will, Stitching B, Cross Stitch Sarah, met her at Stitch London, also lovely. And I mean, there's just so many people that I watch. Catherine of Catherine Stitching Chronicles and Lindsay Blushing Pink Stitches as well. You probably already watched all of these, but thank you to all of those for their wonderful floss tubes. I love watching them. It's like having little friends in my phone to keep me company while I'm stitching. And also there's Jason Cross Stitches from, I quite like watching the men, and Andrew the Runner Stitcher as well. And Will It Stitch, some of you guys, Kenny, how can I forget Kenny? Kenny has the most amazing fabrics. I think is he Kenny Cross Stitches, Kenny Stitches, but he keeps popping up and I keep buying stuff because of him. So thanks a lot, Kenny. Anyway, on that bombshell, I'm going to try and get this uploaded before I chicken out. Thank you very much for watching. If you have lasted this long, and if you have lasted this long, please do leave me a little comment to encourage me, because this could be the only time you ever see me if this bombs horribly. But I said I'd do one, and I've done it, and I hope I haven't forgotten any WIPs. There is one WIP that I can't find. I've moved all of my craft stuff out here to my craft room, and it is missing. I don't know where it is. And it is from a magazine, World of Cross Stitching. It's a cockapoo. And I actually requested the chart. I sent in a little message on their site, I think, on the Facebook, and they printed my message as a little letter on the page, and Duran did me a chart of a cockapoo. And I have started that chart, and I've seen it, and it's gone. I don't know where it's gone. So it's a bit sad, really, because I thought I could really finish that, because it's small. So, but it's gone. And I've got 5 cockapoos now, 1 Commodore, and I just thought it'd be nice to finish it, but I can't find it, and I've looked everywhere. I've had everything out. It's not in any of my bags. I hope I haven't thrown it out. I think I might have done. What an idiot. If I find it, I'll show you. So yeah, that was me. Thank you ever so much for watching. I need to have a little tagline here that everyone has, a little tagline at the end. What could mine be? Something funny, probably. But thank you very much for watching. I know how many floss tubers are out there because I watch as many of them as I can. And you're all doing a marvellous job, so keep on stitching. I hope you don't have to do any frogging. I hope the frog stays away and you keep the stitchy bug going. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching. Lovely to meet you all. I hope to come back again, but this could be it. Bye.